Growing up, was there ever anything you wished you could do other than becoming a doctor or a lawyer, of course? Our next guest is young, fabulous, and a go-getter. She believes if you want to do something, get out of your own way and just do it. I introduce to you our interview with Sabrina, a force to be reckoned with. Join us as Sabrina tells her truth on all the ventures she's tried and continues to expand on. You're watching Table Talk with Nikki G and Juliette.
Welcome to Table Talk.
Table Talk. Table Talk.
And Juliette. This is another series. We have interviewed quite a number of people. And now that it's coming down to the end of the year, we, as always have something in store for you that's special. So we have a lot of specials that's coming up. We're going to be doing a Thanksgiving special, a Christmas special, and we've been doing interviews behind the scenes and people just calling us and, you know, getting to know other people and networking. And it has opened a whole another side of networking that, you know, well, Juliette and I are accustomed to networking, but it's open a totally different side to it where you interact with people and stuff like that. So now,
I mean, what this has done is because we've been doing all these interviews. Now, when we're starting to meet people, we're like, "Oh, you're so interesting. I want to talk to you. I'm going to let Nikki know all about you so we can have you on the show." And that's what has been spiraling. As we go wherever we are, we speak to people and they're so interesting, and some of the things that they say and some of the things that they do, you're just like, I think everybody would like to hear about you.
Yeah, it turns out a totally different spin. Yeah, a totally different spin from where we started. Like we start with a DJ, then we go into psychiatry, and then we go into so many different avenues, you know?
Yes.
So, yeah.
And so that's why I decided to interview my daughter's friend. Now, I was in DC for my daughter's birthday, and her girlfriends came down as a surprise because, you know, I'm sure you've heard me say my daughter has now moved to Maryland. Anyway.
That was a quick cry.
I know, right? Got over it real quick.
I'm over it.
I still miss her. Yeah, so we decided to go down because this was the first birthday that she's ever had that we were not there as a family, because I'm one of those parents who do things traditionally to a certain degree, and I actually bring her a cake and we always sing happy birthday on the actual day. Doesn't matter what we've planned, we sing happy birthday on the actual day. And this year was the first time that we actually would miss it, and we missed it. So we decided to come down the Saturday because her birthday was like a Tuesday. So we came down, me and my youngest daughter, we came down and went down to Maryland, rather, I should say. And some of her friends came as a surprise. And Sabrina.
Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be interviewing you.
Well, not yet. I'm giving them the groundwork. I'm just giving them the background so that they can get where we're coming from with all of this. Right? Because they don't understand. So Sabrina came, you know, to surprise Jade, and it just turned out to be so lovely.
That's what I would like to know. Where you guys went to, because where they went to, I was scoping out the scene. I'm looking to see if I want to go DC next week and, you know, have some fun. So where did you guys go to? Because you guys went to like a game factory or something.
We went to one of those places where you actually you put on this bubble, you know, a plastic bubble. I'm going to put it in the description. Obviously, you're going to see it right there on the screen.
What's the name of it?
I can't remember the bloody place now. I'll ask Sabrina. So anyway,
nice.
We were fighting in a bubble, and it's dark in there, but we glow up, and we're in glow.
A whole bubble, like you're inside of the bubble?
You're inside a bubble. So if I bang you,
I'd like to do that.
I'm banging you with a plastic belly, and you'll fall over. But guess what? You're not going to get hurt.
You're not going to feel it.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good.
But Juliette's going to put some of the scenes into the video so you guys would see it down the line. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you watch the entire video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely watch the entire video and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I know if I'm saying that I'm running around in a bubble, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But it was so much fun. Her boyfriend, Jade's boyfriend, Gabe. Hey, Gabe. He booked up the whole scenario. All the whole activities was him. He did everything. He planned it to a T. And my daughter isn't one that relinquishes control. And so she had a hard time relinquishing control in the beginning because she was like, no, well, where are we going? What we do? What should I wear? What? And I was like, Jade, enjoy, man. We got you. We got you. She had a ball. It was so good. It was so
it
good.
looked
We
like
really
fun.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
But I like how she surprised her.
Did the bubble. We did the bubble. We also did golfing. We did midnight golfing. So it was roofing on the roof.
I love that. In one place?
Yeah, that was another night adventure thing that we did on Friday. And I'll show you some of the clips because, you know, it was so hilarious when you missed this ball. So we would, you know, they could drink, you could eat, and you play golf. And we play, obviously, we're playing against each other, and it's all up on the screen when you missing the shots and stuff. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. The whole weekend, he had an activity for every single day. The only one I didn't do was Sunday because we had to come home. So, but they all went drinking, and you'll actually see it on Sabrina's page because she also has a chat on YouTube. She has Let's Talk, I think it was called, or Let's Chat. Yeah, that's what it was called. But we can ask her when she gets here. So without further ado, I think I'll just introduce Sabrina. Sabrina is such a beautiful person. You'll see what I mean when she gets on the show. And Nikki, then you can ask her even more questions because I tell you, the youth are just doing it. They are doing their thing.
She is multi-talented, like super multi-talented.
But that seems to be the way. Yeah, that seems to be the way the youth is going now. They're not thinking like we just wanted one job and hold on to that job and milk that job, whether you liked it or not, right? Yeah. These guys are not like that.
But I think it's a system, you know. I think because growing up in Trinidad, people didn't necessarily have 2 and 3 jobs. So when I came here, when I was 18, then I had 3 jobs where I was hustling, going from, you know, from what did I do? I did homemakers, then I was a residential counselor, and then I was going to school. And, you know, so here, the American system
is a hustling system.
What created, which creates the hustle. You know, I remember they had a joke where they used to say, when Caribbean people come over here, they have 20 jobs.
Well, that's just that. The joke of what I've always heard is that Jamaican men.
I didn't want to say
it. The Jamaican, I can say it. The Jamaican men never have one job. They always have 3 or 4 jobs.
4 jobs, yeah. Which is true because when we come over here, our hustle is to make money and go home. Yeah. Or, you know, help people pay for schooling, build a house. Most people would build a house and go home. So they don't understand. When we come here, we have an agenda. But the things that we do here, we would not do it at home. A lot of people who do babysitting here would not do it at home. But you would find teachers, lawyers, you know, doctors and stuff. Some people would leave their proper jobs at home, maybe on vacation and stuff, and come and do some simple things here that they would not do at home, you know?
Yeah, but don't you find that I mean, America is like 24 hours. That's another thing. It goes around the clock. So there's always shifts that you can fill in, even if it is just McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah.
There's always a shift work over here. But in the Caribbean, you finish by really early. You start early and you finish early. And that's it. That's it. That has to be the difference.
Yeah.
So
well,
when
I mean, it's like that. But as you get older, the job changes, the hours changes, because I know like my mom would go to work and her job sometimes would be 8 to 4 or probably let's say like 3 to 8, not 11, because like if you in the mall or depending on where you work, the shift changes, but she couldn't work 2 jobs. you know? And then my
Mm.
dad would work sometimes all day, right? He was
Is
a
this in
foreman, so it
Trinidad or
all
is
depends.
this
Yeah,
is in Trinidad? Yeah.
yeah, in
Okay.
Trinidad. So he would work all day, but all day meaning because he was in charge of men in the electrical company. So he would go like in the morning time, he'll come for lunch, then he'll come home at 4, and then he'll go back out if they have some type of big job going on. And then, you know, so it all depends on the job that you're doing.
England has the hustle mentality also.
Mhm.
And I find that the Caribbean, like when I went to the Caribbean for the first time, I remember my biggest thing was, and it was it Trinidad? No, I think I went to Jamaica first, and then I had another trip with my family and we went to Trinidad. We were actually in Tobago.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and my biggest thing that I noticed was we would get up extra early. Sometimes it was so early that you weren't even, you're waking up with that cock crowing, which annoyed the crap out of me. and you would just get up, right? Because it kept crowing until you got up. I don't know how it knew I was lying down, but it did. Anyway, but what was the weirdest thing was we would get to about 4 o'clock in the evening, and to me it felt like it was 11 o'clock at night. It was like everything slowed down. It was the weirdest thing. It slowed down to the point where you're like, what? Oh, in America, I know I would have been rushing here and rushing there. You finally slow down.
School graduated before I went to a secretarial college, and I went to work in the mall before because I was only like 16, 17 or whatever. And when you're that young, it all depends. Is that you work for people or you work in the mall, you know, kids' jobs. And that was the latest that I worked. Wow. You know, you would work like, I think we worked up until 9. And then I think my mom and my dad would come and pick me up. Wow. So that was like a good experience.
Yeah, I never really got my hustle on. I never got like 2, 3, and 4 jobs because by the time I looked around, I had Jade a bit early. And so once Jade was born, that was it. I just couldn't. I wanted to be there with my kid, and
with the
dad
kids,
was like, that's fine, that's totally fine. So I didn't, the hustling didn't catch on for me, but it's real because you know you can get that money, pocket that money, and keep it going. Look, there isn't no bigger hustler than Nikki, right? Because when Nikki ready, now Nikki, you driving? What? She's onto a gig and she's going on to the next gig. I don't know how you do it sometimes, but yeah, the hustle is real.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say once you're doing what you enjoy, time doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. And I know, let's say when I went to Miami, like everybody's going to Miami this week, right? When I went to Miami and I had my camera, I had my laptop, I would be under the covers, putting up my pictures and stuff, because picture means you're getting paid.
Hustler, you're a Jamaican.
You know? Trini hustles too. Probably have some Jamaican somewhere along the line. But yes, I'd be underneath the covers and my friends would be like, Nikki, wait, are you typing? You just came from a party. But, you know, they would go to the parties that I would work, or, you know, if I have the car, I'll drop them off, do my thing, and then come back and pick them up, their parties. I mean, it was super dope, you know, having friends like that who would always be with you, no matter what gig you had. They would buy tickets to that gig. They're not going to any other. But then Island Mix, who I still work for back then, you know, we did a lot of gigs. Yeah, so it, you know, I believe once you enjoy what you do, it comes very easy. Time doesn't matter. My weekend go really fast. I could sit down and do 2, 3 videos at a time, like, because I enjoy what I do, and at the same time, I'm doing stuff on Instagram and doing stuff on Facebook. I'm advertising, and I know once I advertise, it's like, you know, somebody's gonna look. Don't ever think people are not looking at you. They are.
At all hours too, at all hours. Because what you guys don't realize is you know, when I'm around Nikki sometimes and she's driving, her phone is going ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what the hell? And she says, oh, people are looking at my pictures. And I'm like, oh, God damn, how many people we talking about? Ping, 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 ping.
But that's the website. So it's like for you to know, like, you know, the traffic. After a while, you turn that off because, you know, but you just want to see. Yeah. And that gives you the drive because, you know, you're doing something great, and the smiles on people's faces, and you know, the gratitude that people show. I always like to tell people thank you for at least entrusting me with, you know, with their commercials and with their pictures, because for someone,
you captured everything. That special moment, you captured it.
Yeah.
And it can't, you can if you miss it, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's captured. You always have it.
Yeah. But you're a little hustler. You're a hustler too. Don't
look. I'll be doing my thing, but not like this. Listen, Juliette, I am not missing my sleep. That's one thing you gotta know. I sleep, and on the Saturday, you always send me a text to say, "You up yet? Then come on in."
It's so funny. Sometimes I wait. I'm like, okay, she's not ready.
That's like this morning. You get up early all the time.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be at work for 8, so I gotta.
No,
you know.
Even on the weekends, you get up early. You will wake up.
Yeah, true.
I'm like, let me push this till 11 if I can. Let me hope that no one gets up.
I can't. During the weekday, you know, like when you know you gotta go to work and stuff, and you feel so tired, and you try to squeeze that last minute snooze. You know, you figure like one more minute.
Without further ado, this is Sabrina. Sabrina, welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G and Juliette, babes. Yay!
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited. When Juliette said that she was gonna have you on and we were gonna interview this Tuesday, I was like, yes! At least I'm here, you know, to ask the questions and get to know you better and stuff like that, you know, get to hear all the stuff that you do, which is super exciting.
Yes. Well, I was telling her about on that weekend, right? I'm looking through my phone real quick. Wonderfly Arena, when we went to the Wonderfly. Sabrina actually captured some of it as well. You captured it because I saw it on your YouTube. I watched your YouTube today.
Oh, yay.
The actual weekend. So we're definitely going to put some of Sabrina's clips into this show so that you guys can actually see us in motion, even if it's a small clip. You won't recognize me because I was the best one there, but we ain't going to talk about that, right? Because this is not that kind of show, right, Brina? Yeah. Anyway, so Sabrina, tell Nikki, because I mean, I blow you up all the time because we was talking about the Jamaican and having 5 and 6 jobs. You know how how we West Indians do. So tell Nikki some of the things that you do, and you can highlight some of it as well. We can start with any of it. It doesn't matter whether it's Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, sorry. You can start there if you want.
Okay, yeah. So it's coming up pretty soon, but I have a Friendsgiving event that I do every year. And with this Friendsgiving event, first of all, I just found out about it the first year I did it, which was 5 years ago. And my friend said it would be a great idea for us to get together at your apartment because I was the only one with an apartment at the time. And we would all bring food, no furniture, just food and the carpet and the place. And we just kind of came together. I want to say it was probably 30, 40 of us at that time. And we just, you know, had a good time together, spoke about what we wanted to get done before the year ended, what we wanted to get done the next year. And I just felt like it was a great environment for us to just kind of share ideas, uplift each other. And I don't know, it was just great vibes, for lack of a better term. And it has been growing every year since.
So about how many people would you say is coming this year? How about that?
The way it's looking, I'm gonna say at minimum at least 100 people will be there this year.
Okay.
That's good. From 40 to
Yeah.
100.
Wow.
But
So
do
do you
you
have a big venue? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So the first year I did it, it was just at my apartment, but ever since last year I've been doing venues. So this year I've gotten a venue in the Ballantyne area of Charlotte, and I will have 2 caterers, which is gonna be great because they're amazing chefs. Cash prizes. I'm gonna be doing some raffles. The company I actually work my 9 to 5 for, they're donating a few things that we can raffle off.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm excited.
That's good.
Wow.
But yeah, gonna sell tickets this year. The early birds already sold out, so just a few more general admission. But I'm trying to cap it at 120 at most. I don't want to. It's still COVID.
Too much, yeah. What is your avenue of advertising? Like, how do you advertise in order to, get your clientele? Some people would just do emails only because they want it exclusive. And then some people would use Eventbrite or physical tickets where they put the link on, on their social media or something like that. What do you do?
So it's funny that you say it because I was just speaking to one of my close friends today, and he told me I needed to do more advertising. But right now I just have Eventbrite, and I post the Eventbrite link on my Instagram page, and I made a flyer, and my friends kind of just repost it. So that's what I'm doing.
That's good. That's good.
So it's not just your friends then. It's other people now that it's turned into, because it started off with your friends. Is it?
I mean, it's still been just friends. At most, it's friends of friends.
Friends.
But this year, I think I'm gonna go outside my comfort zone and welcome others in as well.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, that was one. And I see you. Listen, guys, you have to go on Instagram and check Sabrina out, because it's yeathatsbrina. Am I right? That's the name of it. Yeathatsbrina. You'll see the description in the bottom below. But also, Nikki, you want to hear about the Turo? She does the Turo car as well.
Yes, I'd like to hear about that.
Oh man, so Turo, it's probably something that anyone can do. And the way that I found out about Turo was I went to Houston with one of my friends, and she said, I don't feel like taking Ubers everywhere. Let's get a car. And she said, they can drop it off to us at the airport. And I'm like, who is they? So that's the first time I was introduced to Turo. Once I saw that it was a normal person, not a business, but just a person giving us a car, I said, I can do this. I wanted to upgrade the car that I have already. I have a Jeep, and I wanted to upgrade it to 2021. And I've been watching videos which say you should buy multiple cars at one time because the bank probably won't loan it to you if you do it separate times. So what I did was I knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone and got 2 new cars that same week. And I've had it on Turo since the end of July. And it's been booked every day except maybe 5 days.
That's what I like about Turo. The first time I heard about it, which was like a couple of years ago, and we used it. What I like about it is you could book it. I mean, it's different people who, put their cars on Turo, and then you could go there, you could customize it to, if you want to look at them through price or the car type. They have from $10 a day to $60 a day. It's very interesting. And business-wise, it's a good avenue to go down, because I know a couple of people who do the same thing.
So it's a good way to make like a little side hustle if you really if you don't drive your car that much, right?
Yeah.
Because I know some people don't have any idea what Turo is. So
it's a rental company. It's basically a rental company where you put your car on Turo.
Who insures it? You
can use your.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
No, you go ahead.
I do have the car insured just because I have to have the car insured for myself. Yeah. But I use Turo's insurance as well, because if anything happens, I don't want that on me at all. So with Turo about 25%, and they really cover a good amount.
Okay. Well, I tell you, for someone so young, you really got your hands in. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to showcase you, because you don't stop. You just keep evolving and adding and keep going, and the ideas. So what is it that you just see an idea or think something and you just say, you know what, I'm going to just do that?
Yeah, because you know what they don't tell you in school is it's okay to try everything. You know, sometimes I try things and I'm like, this isn't for me. Because I did artist management. I had an artist, and we went pretty far. You know, I got her on the radio, got her a few performances, you know, got her in rooms with huge people, the baby's manager, the baby's DJ, and just a few other people like that are well known in the industry. And it was fun, but I realized it wasn't for me because I was putting so much work into making another person better. And sometimes you realize they're not as motivated as you are, and it's just exhausting.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and it probably pulled on you from all those other jobs.
Listen, I'm doing something else right now.
Yeah, so you also, I know you do YouTube.
Yes.
Tell them where to find you on YouTube.
It's called Let's Chat SL.
Hey.
It's called Let's Chat SL on YouTube. And me and my friend Vanessa, or they call her Laura, we discuss different topics that are happening every day, and sometimes bring outside guests to give their opinion. We love bringing guys on because we're so different. We have such different opinions.
Yeah.
And we recently started doing like a day in the life of, so you can see our inside lives as well. So yeah,
I've seen. Yeah, I watched two of the videos. I saw the one with you and your friends speaking. I like that one where it says, you know, what is it? You can be cute and still be single.
Hey.
I think that like that is really dope, because you guys gave me ideas. I was like, yeah, that's true. You know, you don't have to settle. You could tell them what you want. If they can't take you out, don't even bother. You know, it's like you have whatever you have in your mind of who you want to date or who you know, that type of thing. And everything that you guys said, I was taking it in. You know, very nice show.
I gotta see that one.
Yes, the questions and answers.
Oh man, I love doing YouTube because it's kind of therapeutic. Just discussing it, having other people watch it and tell me their thoughts. I just love getting everything out.
Yeah. Do you ever go live? On your YouTube?
Not on YouTube, but we have an Instagram page. It's also called Let's Chat SL, and we go live on Instagram almost every Monday.
That's good.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So we missed the live.
No, so I started taking swimming classes, so I couldn't do the live this
Wait.
Where do you find the time?
Nikki, now we really need to know about the time management, because what?
I don't know. I'm running off of a little bit of sleep right now, but you know, it's okay because life is short.
It truly is. I had a friend tell me today, right? She said, Nick, number one, don't be too clingy. Mm-hmm. She said, do what you gotta do. If you gotta travel, whatever you gotta do, just do it, because your kids are not home and you have a life to live. And then she asked me certain questions, you know, how long I've been dating, this and that and the other. And she's like, you see, I was there, but now I'm here. So I'm telling you what you need to do. If you need to go Miami, live your life, do your thing. Because when people go their way, they go their way and enjoy themselves. And then you're the one stuck there waiting and not enjoying yourself, you know?
Yeah, and I can relate. Like, I've been in a situation where I felt attached, and I'm like, this is a horrible feeling. Once they go their way, it's like your emotions are so tied into it. And, you know, I have so many things going on. I'm like, I don't have time.
Exactly.
No time to worry about him. Shoot, like, oh, what was his name again?
Time is very valuable.
Yeah, it's so true. And when you can do what you want to do, it's freedom. Because you know what happens is when you find that special someone as well, you want them to add to what you're doing. You don't want them to be, you know, to tie you down or make you give up something. You want them to add to it. So if you're already happy running here and running there, if he brings you down and you can't do it anymore, guess who you're going to blame? Yourself and maybe him.
Yeah.
But he has to join you and see you where you are. And that way it's better. It's a better mesh.
That's true.
Yeah.
Waiting for the day.
Yeah, man. It's coming. Listen, he better run. He better recognize these jobs. Shoot.
But the good thing is she's getting the time now. As she said that, I realized when we say that the time is not for you yet, is because you're doing so much right now. It's like if that person comes, he is gonna add to it, but it's like you've done so much in your life that you're able to share it together, because now you're at a certain place where, you know, you can run together. You're not needy to do this and that and go to a party, because you've done the party thing, you've done the promotion thing, you know. So you never know, you know.
And the next thing we're gonna have you talk about is your events, because you do different events, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So aside from Friendsgiving is like the most consistent thing that I do. But I do try and do sometimes Christmas gatherings. I do game nights. I put together different events for even my 9-to-5. So my 9-to-5 job, I'm a business development director for a cybersecurity consulting company, and that alone is event central. So that's really what I've been putting all my event time into, is my company's events. But I love planning events. I feel like even though it stresses me out, once you see the outcome, it's so rewarding.
Yeah,
that's true.
And so you bring that into your life, and you went and found a job doing it. So now you know exactly what you want to do.
What you want to do.
Yeah.
Who knew that I would find actually a job that I would like doing and be able to do my own thing on the side as well.
And get paid.
Right. I want to do more events though, and be more consistent like Friendsgiving is. Like I'm putting a lot of time and energy into Friendsgiving, and I want to have at least a couple more that's as consistent as Friendsgiving. You know, I've done and help with showcases, because there's so many artists out here just trying to get their music heard. Putting that together is a great time. You meet a lot of great people. It's just so many events that you don't even think about that people want to go to.
Yeah.
So then obviously the crowd that is drawn to you in these events that you do is a younger crowd. Is it like they're not teenagers? Are they teenagers or are they?
No.
Oh, I'm just thinking. Yeah.
Like, no.
Wait, Ma.
No, I would say about 24, 25 to about, I would say about 40s-ish. I didn't realize how wide the range was until this Friendsgiving, and I saw how many people were excited about it. I have clients who, you know, are late 30s, early 40s, some 50s, and they saw it and they're like, I need to go here. This sounds amazing. So I love the fact that I'm able to reach a high range of people, you know?
Yeah. And the food, I saw a glimpse of, you know, the food and the fun you guys are having. And I'm like, that alone is an attraction. You know, at my job, I love promotion. Juliette and I was speaking about it before. And the promotion aspect of it, or anything that you like doing, once you're working and you're doing that, time could go by and it doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't matter as long as you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
then my next question to you would be, and it's kind of simple, really. I know there are a lot of people who want to get into promotions, into events, and all of the rest of it. How do they get into it? Like, you know, some kids are just coming up. I know that they start on Instagram and they start shoot, but how do they do it? Like, Sabrina, how do you do it?
I would say the first time I started promoting was in undergrad. There was a team or a group called Next Level. It's called Next Level Lifestyle, and we literally, that was a while ago, 2010. They would give us physical tickets, and we would have to go out and sell physical tickets and get cash and bring them back to cash. So it was actually hard selling those tickets sometimes, but it's like you got to walk around campus, introduce yourself to different people. It makes you, because a lot of people, their whole thing is getting rejected. They don't want to say something to someone and the person kind of turn them down.
True.
That's the biggest fear. Once you get over that and you just realize you're kind of making a whole bunch of friends at this point, it actually becomes fun, and you can get a group of people that are like-minded that can help you do the same thing, and it becomes a fun event rather than feeling like you're doing a job, so to say.
So you do have to like it, and you do have to make it, has to be fun. Otherwise, it's just not for you. You have to be a people's person.
Yeah, you have to like promotion.
And have people around you that are people too. Because I do have friends that are not really people's people. But I do have to be around those friends that like to get out and like to talk to different people in order for me to get more comfortable. But I started doing my own events, just doing it outside of in my apartment and seeing how it went and just kind of growing from there. But you can start with a group or you can start on your own. I feel like there's no real lane to go down. Whatever works best for you.
True. Yeah. That's so true. How do you deal with security, like within your, now that, it's a bigger event and it's not like in the house, like house parties and stuff. So how do you deal with the security aspect of it? It seems like everybody's like more homey type, So have you ever had any issues as well when it comes to that?
I wouldn't say there has been any issues in regards to security, but I do always have security.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, definitely. At the door, at least 2 security guards, depending on how many people are going to be there. Maybe this year 3. But just in case matter, because when alcohol is involved, you don't know what people are capable of.
You never know. Yeah. But has the pandemic did it impact the promotion in any form?
You would think it would, and a lot of people did not come out because of COVID last year and this year. But for it to still have, last year I had 75 people buy tickets, and to get 75 people, during the midst of COVID was huge.
Yeah,
that's true.
And it was literally just me promoting. I didn't pay anyone. I didn't pay for any campaigns. It was literally me and my Instagram.
Wow. Oh my God, Sabrina, you are an inspiration to the youth. I hope you know that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I said, you know what, we have to have her on. We have to have, because this is what we like. I want to push it out there and let everyone see that, you just gotta want it and go get it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to anyone before we and unless Nikki's got more questions? I should always say that, because usually I just sign people off. I'm like, Nikki's like, but wait, I got.
He's like, time to go.
wait, I got 5 more questions for her. Nikki, what you say?
Okay, being that, there's one word that I can't say that Juliette always has to say for me.
Entrepreneur.
It's like a tongue tire. It's like a tongue tire for me. I'm like, what?
Look, I automatically know what the word is because she ties up all the time. Entrepreneur, yes.
But being that you're a businesswoman, right? And you have so many different hustles and stuff like that. I know in one of your videos you said you started off with your apartment, then you got your house, and we're not gonna say age or anything like that, but being at the age that you are, what advice could you give to someone, in order to reach their goals? I've seen this in videos, what you said, and I was inspired. So in order to reach those goals of, you know, get in your house, get in your car, doing certain things, is there a method to the madness of what you did? Not madness per se, madness, but just, you know what I mean? Like, how do you do the things that you do as young as you are?
I would just say, I mean, I really don't think there's a real method. I would just say, just not thinking about things too hard. Of course, doing your research and knowing what you're getting yourself into and knowing the risk that you're putting on, but just go for it. Don't overthink it. Life is too short. Don't wait. I mean, I'll say my age is, you know, I am 29, and I feel like a lot of my friends are just getting their first apartments or just starting what they really want to do. And they're kind of a little, not behind, but like, you could have started this, you know, 7-8 years ago. And I'm just like, I'm like, I told you guys a long time ago to to get started, but being in your own head. So just don't be afraid and just do what you want. I mean, as long as you relax, I mean, God is gonna handle the rest. You don't even have to worry.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it, baby.
That's ending on a great note.
well, before you even end it, then what is it that we want to see from Sabrina next year then, or even 2 years time? Because you already you doing 2021 already. So what are we gonna see? Because we gotta have you back on the show for 2022, of course. What is it that you at least hope to accomplish next year?
I mean, the biggest thing that I want to accomplish is, well, first of all, I want to get more cars on Turo. That's one. And then two, I've been thinking about having Friendsgiving in different cities. So I'm thinking next year we'll have it in Charlotte, New York, and Atlanta. So that's
you heard it. She's coming to New York.
That is great. So would it be like different months, even though it's Friendsgiving? Is it different months or around the same time?
I'll do 3 different weeks. So maybe like the first, second, and third week of November.
Nice. Yeah, keeping with the theme.
Right.
Yes. Oh my God, that is so lovely. And I know that you will, because I know once you put your mind to it, you just do it.
Yeah.
And so being surrounded by like-minded people, you'll get it. You'll get it done. Don't even worry about the naysayers.
Well, one question I always ask, and I the very first time I heard this question, and like, this is such a great question to always ask people because of where you are now, right? So what would you tell your younger self now, like advising your younger self?
Oh man, I would say don't stress. I mean, I've been through a lot of situations. When I got my first apartment, I was without a job for 4 months, and I felt like, honestly, I probably went through a depression thinking like, how am I gonna pay my bills? And for some reason, every month I found the money to pay the bills. So yeah, I would just say don't stress. It's gonna work itself out. You just gotta keep working. Just don't get lazy. Keep working.
Yeah, that's very important.
Nice,
you have
really
to believe, and this system, I mean, some people would say, I want to go out and make my own money and stuff like that, you know, but sometimes the system would work for you, but you don't milk it. That's one thing. And then there's still other ways. Like now people people would do the same thing as you said, would do Turo. People would go out and take pictures. They would do voiceovers, they would do financing, they would, you know, I'm throwing out some things that we do ourselves. Back then I was doing I was charging people to do their resumes and charging people for my time to do like career development so they can find jobs of their own, you know. So you can do anything. Everything that you like, I think you could make it into a business. You know, I like photography. I used to just do it with my phone. And then somebody was like, oh, do you want to learn how to take pictures? Bam, I got a job. I freelance. I did that. You know, so everything from my experience, everything that you like and you feel that you can make into a business, a career, or just to make quick money or whatever the case is, do your research and do it.
There you go. Can't go wrong.
at all.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sabrina, it's so nice having you, babes. And you know I'm coming back again. We are coming back again next year because we want to know all about what's going on for the Friendsgiving. I keep saying Thanksgiving. Friendsgiving. And that's why you can do it each week. Okay, because it's not Thanksgiving, it's Friendsgiving. Well, anyway, Sabrina,
That's on the chat too.
Before I even sign you off, tell everyone where they can find you, all your handles, and then we'll go from there.
And anything else we missed that you might want to tell them. Shout outs, anything.
Well, I would just say find me on Instagram at yeathatsbrina, yeathatsbrina. And from there you can see everything. You'll have the link to Friendsgiving. You'll have the Let's Chat Instagram page where you can find the Let's Chat YouTube. What else do I do? That's all I could think about for right now. But yeah.
Well, don't worry. I will definitely have it on the in our inbox. And Sabrina, I love you already, and we will see you soon. And thank you so much for being on our show, girl.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Thank you. And guys,
we even said before we go, that we were going to do a live, but I feel like we asked you all these questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a live if we want
Let's
to?
do a live. We can even put you on the Let's Chat Instagram page. I could do a live from both Instagrams.
Oh, nice.
Nikki, do we want Nikki Sabrina to hook it up? Because I don't know.
Sure.
Do you want to hook us up? Let's go live. We're going live. Thank you, everyone. We are now signing off. This is Nikki and Juliette are going live with Sabrina. You better find it.
And if you guys do go to her event, make sure and tag us and let us know, and tag her and let her know that you watched the show and you had a fantastic time, because the food is delicious. I looked at it and I was like, everything just looked great.
North Carolina, boy, I'm coming. When I come, I'm gonna give up not eating meat. I'm gonna eat meat again. All right, guys, listen. This is Table Talk with Nikki G and Juliette, and I'll
Table Talk.
live next.